Hello everyone, this is Professor Hitesh Mhatre, HOD, Computer Engineering Department of Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to learn about unit number 4, Array and Structure, and the topic is structures. So basically what is a structure? Now array allows defining the types of variables that can hold several data items of the same kind. Similarly, structure is another user-defined data type available in C that allows combining of data items of a different kind. So if you want to store the data of a similar type, array is your option. But if you have some requirement like it should hold different kinds of data items, so at time you can use a structure. Structures are used to represent a record. Like suppose you want to keep a track of your books in a library. You might want to track the following attributes of each book like title, author, subject and book ID. Now you can see here like the data type of these variables are different. Like for title, author and subject you will require character type, and for book ID you will require numeric type, so which is not possible in array. So that's why we use a structure. Now how do you declare a structure? Now we can declare a variable for a structure so that we can access the member of a structure easily. Now there are two ways to declare a structure variable: by using the struct keyword within the main function, or by declaring a variable at a time of defining a structure. So first method, so example to declare a structure variable using a struct keyword. Now this is how you represent your structure. Say struct employee. Struct is a keyword, employee the name of my structure, then this is the body. These are the different elements that I want, which is of different types, say integer, ID, character name, float, salary. So this is how I declare my structure. Now I want to declare a variables for this, so use this following code in a main function like struct employee E1, E2. Say I have two employees, so E1 and E2. So the variables E1 and E2 can be used to access the value stored in a structure. So by using these variables, I can access this particular elements, that is ID, name and salary. Then there is a second method, like the structure is same, just declare at the end before the semicolon, declare the variables, that is E1 and E2. Right? So these are the two methods. I define a structure. Then in the first method you can create a variables in a main function, and in the second method along with a structure. Right? Now which approach is good? That is when we can use, because we have two methods, both are correct, but when we should use a particular method. So if the number of variables is not fixed, that is you do not know how many variables you want to create for a structure, then use the first approach. It provides you the flexibility to declare the structure variables many times. Since we are using that in a main, so you can have n number of variables created for your structure. But if the number of variables are fixed, you know how much variables you will be creating, so use the second approach. This will save your code to declare a variable in a main function. So the declaration code will be reduced, since you will be declaring the variables along with a structure definition. So this is used only when the number of variables are fixed. Now accessing the members of the structure. Now again here we have two ways of accessing the structure members. First is by using the dot operator, or we can see a member operator. Second is using the pointer operator, that is hyphen and the greater than sign, or you can say like arrow. So using a structure pointer operator. Now using the dot operator, we can see here like p1 dot id. Now p1 is nothing but a structure variable, and id is nothing but the element that is present in a structure. Now for this, using the pointer operator, we will be studying in a pointer section. Now this is an example, a simple structure, say header files, structure, employee, then in that we have ID, integer ID, name. So this structure employee will have two elements, one is of type integer, one is of type character, and then here I am making only one variable, so that's why I am declaring along with the structure. Then comes your main. So here there is no need of declaration again. So since I have declared already, here I have declared. So E1.id, so this is how I am accessing. equal to 101. So this value 101 is assigned to this ID of variable E1. Then we cannot directly assign the value for a character that is a string. So we have to use this strcpy command, that is string copy, that is E1.name Simon. So this value Simon will be copied into this name variable of employee structure. Then simply displaying, that is employee1 ID. So E1.id and employee name, that is E1.name. So once you execute this, you will get the output like employee1 ID equal to 101, employee1 name equal to Simon, that we have already declared here in our program. So this is the simple program for the structure. Now another example where we are using a two elements, that is a two variables. So E1, E2, again same. Here I am considering now salary as a third element. So E1.id 101, again copy the value, that is say Peter, into the E1 name. Then say salary is say 56,000. Then E2. So again I am accessing the ID value, but this time I am using the E2 variable of a structure. So E2 is 102. Again copy the value, say James, into the name, and salary is say 1,26,000, and then just displaying. So E1.id, E1.name, E1.salary, and similarly for the employee number 2. So you will get the output as this. So you can have n number of variables for your structure. Now if you have more values, then again we can make a structure of the array of this structure. So instead of writing say 10 elements, say E1, E2, E3 up, so you can write directly E of 10, and like we use in an array, so that where we can use an say array of structures. These are the references that I have used to cover this topic. If you have any doubts, you can approach me. Thank you.